Are we doing a good enough job holding the general manager, owner, players, coaches accountable in the Bay in general?
Oh, no. We and I'm part. I don't believe I'm part of it. And we have this little bit that we play where you dare me to go out there, and I'm thinking about adding that to my portfolio if I can. I'm being serious. So when you say, are we holding them accountable, I feel like we do at the station and on this show. But as far as the pen writers and the people that have the mics in front of them, Steiny, 99%, I think the people get a pass.
So
what would make you ask that?
Because I'm looking around the NFL landscape, and there are a couple other NFC teams out there that are struggling, I guess, like the Niners and the Dallas Cowboys. They're 3-3. All right. And
it's a nasty 3-3, though.
And we got Jerry Jones, the owner, going on a radio show and kind of threatening to get new hosts to do the weekly interview they do with him.
Sean and RJ, our sister station.
Because they're asking Jerry Jones some pretty tough questions about past decisions, and he's not into it. And it's a little bit confrontational. And that's the weekly show he does. Yeah, they're 3-3. Yeah, it's an ugly 3-3 after the loss to the Lions. Then I go to Philadelphia. Philadelphia Eagles are 3-2. Technically, they're better than the Niners. And yesterday, Nick Sirianni, or Sunday, Nick Sirianni.
Gosh, I can't stand him.
Was shown barking at the fans who had been booing during the course of a game. And then after the game, I think many people felt, well, he's definitely going to be asked about it. And in the post-game press conference, he ended up bringing his kids up to the podium. And it's created a firestorm in Philadelphia. And he was forced to apologize for barking at the fans, and he's come under fire for bringing his kids up to the podium. And I'm thinking, we never have any of that kind of stuff here in the Bay, especially 49ers. The 49ers are 3-3, and I can't remember anything contentious between Lynch and the media, or Shanahan and the media, or a coach and the media. And it just got me to thinking, how much different are we out here? And do you like it? Is this kind of who we are? We don't do that out here. Would you like
I want to
the
rip my
media
mic out
to do more of that?
And yes, I do.
Just wondering about it. We'll play that sound after the first break in about 5 or 10 minutes. But
and I'd like to be a part of that change, if I can call it that, because I'm being real. The first thing that comes to my mind, because you got to have context, right? You got to have a subject matter to where you feel like a certain individual or individuals got to pass. Steiny, we just heard a promo from the Kansas City sister station playing the debacle or the air that was Kyle Shanahan and his handling of the timeout situation in the Super Bowl. I like Kyle, but I know for a fact the Bay Area media, I don't feel like I'm part of it, has given him a pass on that. We ask him, and then it's gone. Vamos. Gone. Like that's something in any other city that is a tattoo that will be brought up at every turn if you like it or not. So that's one thing with the Niners and Kyle Shanahan. The second part, and I'm not calling anybody out, the thing that's going on with him and Ayuk and what happened with Shortgate, that was a super pass to me by everybody. That's something you keep doubling down, and you follow Ayuk home, or you follow Kyle to the gas station to get to the bottom of what's going on with you and your star receiver. So for my taste, Steiny, I feel like, you know what? If we were in another market, and I don't want to be, oh boy, this thing would have been turned up. Andrew Wiggins with the Warriors, when he was on his sabbatical, taking care of handling business, Steiny, it wouldn't have been handled delicate like it is in the Bay. So I feel like our Bay Area coverage in regard to asking the hard questions is how we're looked at in regard to our love for fantasy, college football.
Well, but I know that you follow the Cowboys, and you can't stand Jerry Jones talking to the press twice a week.
Right.
Right?
It neuters the head coach.
Okay. Well, Jed York doesn't have a show, so we don't get to ask Jed York the questions that they ask Jerry Jones in Dallas.
And the Niners don't fundamentally have that. Everything's not perfect. Those problems.
Well, do they not have those problems because they don't have an owner that talks to the media twice a week?
He
if
learned
Jed
his
did
lesson. He learned his lesson and took a step back. Do you think that's fair? Jed, under the heart, he was told to basically shut up, and he did it.
Well, I know, Jed York at his best / worst never talked as much as Jerry Jones.
No,
never.
I got you.
And so I'm just curious as to the way 49er fans, and we can keep it to Niners because they're in season right now, but the reality is, have we come down the Warriors road the last 2 years? Have we come down the Giants road the last 6 years? And do we do it like other markets? And is there a frustration from the fans out there that we are too soft?
Well, let me just get this out. I know you said for this example, football, but baseball, the Buster Posey, the press conference, John Shea went in. And I'm not saying, he went in to where he went in just trying to make a point, and he was a dog on a bone trying to get an answer, and he was letting it out. And what about Draymond with Bonte? After you think about it, what did Draymond say? I'm surprised you're talking to me, and that blew up. But I'm thinking, what if Bonte would have went, and we didn't want him to because it could have went sideways, Steiny, but what if their version of Bonte in another market went back at him? Would that have been looked at as okay, or would it have blown up more? And all that I'm saying to you, and I'm saying a lot, is I just want the hard questions asked. I am not a A-plus interviewer. I know that. But I want to give, and I think we do a pretty good job here at the station. But Steiny, you tell me what you think, because I'm going to give Willard and Dibbs credit. And you tell me do I need to give Steve Kerr credit? When I hear that interview, every week they ask him every question almost like twice. They get to the bottom of it, and if you don't get the answer, you know that the host asked. That's all I want from the Bay Area media. Forget my job here, and I don't think you asked me, do you think that we're getting that from everybody included? And I'm talking about the people that write the articles too. I think we're soft.
Well, let's just.
I know I'm saying a lot,
stick to the 49ers. I'm not saying you're not. Stick to the 49ers, and the reality of the situation is they've had a great run the last 5 years. They have. And I guess my question is, if we were in another market and the 49ers had the past 5 years like they've had, would the media in those cities be less aggressive to their team? You know what I mean? I mean, the 49ers, I get it. They haven't won a Super Bowl, but boy, they've knocked on the door 4 out of 5 years. And does that influence the negativity toward more positivity? Because there's only one thing the Niners haven't come through on, and that's winning a Super Bowl.
But the Eagles did the same thing. They went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Right.
So to me, it's about not winning too, Steiny. That's a part of it. But it's about issues, drama, things that come up that the public wants to know about. And I think Sirianni yesterday pulled a weak move when he brought and I love the kids. Guru loves the kids. So does Steiny. But come on, don't tell me you didn't use them as a shield.
Yeah.
Because you knew it was coming because of your actions.
Well, that's what they're thinking in Philly.
And you had to apologize, which was wow.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get into this on the other side. We're going to play some Jerry Jones, which was very interesting. And we're also going to play some sound from Philadelphia. Nick Sirianni talked to WIP in Philadelphia this morning. Does a weekly radio show, and they kind of came down his road. And I'm just wondering if that's what Bay Area fans want out of their media, and we're not giving them.